right. That seems good. Lights are on. Lights are green. No viewers up top, but I'm sure they'll dribble in as soon as their phones start dinging and winging and dinging.
Winging and dinging.
Winging and dinging. Winging and dinging. Now we haven't, even though we live bees distance apart, Bill, we haven't seen each other in a minute or two. How you been?
No, I got older since I saw you last.
You did.
Yeah, it's been a good week or so. Hey, wow.
Oh, it has been. It's been a dead set, a solid week since I've seen you or talked to you.
Yeah.
You boys need to catch up a little bit.
That's like an eternity in our relationship.
It totally is.
Oh, you boys need to catch up a little bit. Oh.
You got to think, when we work with each other every day and stream twice a week, it's a week off is kind of like, oh, bro, how you been, man? How's your kids?
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Dan, you just be jelly because we're not 2 streets away from you, bro.
Well, yeah, that too. But, no
we're
need to rub it in.
By the bros, but
no need to rub it in, man.
But in saying that, we haven't seen you in 2 weeks either, Dan.
No, I couldn't be fucked last week. I was too tired.
How was your show? That's right. You did the show. How was it?
It was the one in Palmy. It was pretty good. It was what'd they get, about 4,500 people through the door. So in a post-COVID world where we've only just relaxed restrictions, it was pretty good going.
Was there at least a little bit of some sprinkle on Dan from Lego Masters?
Yeah, they were still getting that, and
good stuff.
So, as far as Lego Masters, there was myself and Glenn and Jake, the winners.
Yep.
And of course, the trophy was there. So I think the trophy was the winner on the day. But I did have Smudge. I did have Smudge with me that weekend. So
surely he's the biggest. He'd be the biggest star, wouldn't he? For sure.
She most definitely is the biggest star. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'd back that up. But like I always joke with Cade, if Cade didn't bring the trophy, no one would be interested, really. A couple of photos here and there, but they want the trophy.
Hang on, if Cade didn't bring the trophy, everyone would have walked past Cade.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that savage, but
no, but seriously, you didn't have a trophy, and people were coming up to you. So,
see, and I, to be fair, Bilsy, I'm in the same boat because I don't have the trophy, but a lot of people still come and ask for photos. And I'm not gonna lie, most of them were kids, or adults that were asking on behalf of their kids. Is it okay if they have a photo? And I didn't have a trophy to show off. I didn't have anything at all. But I quite happily take the photos. I had some new printed cards with my social media on one side and a little Lego Masters logo on the other, and I always write a message and print and sign that. And and Smudge, of course, she was there most of the time, visible, so people wanted to pat with her and stuff like that. So
you need to get her like a paw print stamp done so she can autograph it.
Oh, how funny is that?
Yeah, you're not wrong, eh? You're not freaking wrong. I have thought about that, but just never got around to it.
I'm just reading the chat, and apparently Rich raided into another channel and not us. Thanks, mate.
Rich who?
Kiwi Rich, maybe. I'm just trying to go through. I can't see. They're not saying which one.
Like Brickscene Rich. Can you raid on?
So, yeah.
Okay. Oh, is that the new YouTube raid functionality? That's not that great.
I haven't seen that yet. Really, there's a YouTube one.
Yeah, apparently YouTube have got some sort of functionality where you can raid off or somehow or other. I don't stream on YouTube, but
yeah,
I heard about it. Oh, he was on Twitch? Jesus. Rich Brickscene on Twitch. He hasn't streamed on Twitch for yonks.
Right, he's back.
Interesting.
Actually, I think I did see he was building the Aston Martin. I think I might have seen a notification pop up.
The mini one?
He might have been building the Aston Martin from memory, I think.
Missed it.
Yeah, building the Aston Martin there. There we go. He's got 50 followers now. Oh, not bad.
Good effort.
Not bad at all. Did you take anything to display to Palmy?
I only took the same stuff that I've taken to all the other shows this year, which is all just Lego Masters stuff from the show. It was quite funny. I'll tell you this story, right? So I take this. I take this shelf with me. So the 2 Lego Masters logos, the Hobbit hole door that I built for the for the intro shoot, the iPad which I rebuilt from episode 3. There's a picture that I pinched from episode 8. There's 2 kiwi fruit slices that I rebuilt from episode. You're not going to see them very well because of the thing, but there's 2 kiwi fruit slices that I rebuilt from episode 2. And then I just have my wall of bricks, and that's it. So this kid comes up, and he would have been, I don't know, probably 10 or 11 years old or something like that. And he looks at my table and he's like, so if you were a Lego Master, no, what did he say? He said, so if you were on Lego Masters, how come you didn't build anything big and awesome? Like looking at my table? Because Glenn and Jake are down the end and they've got this massive display as per usual. You know, Jake's big bloody motorized fucking marionette thing that's just listening to Jake singing all day, which is mind-boggling stuff. But yeah, so I just looked at him. I don't know what to say, so I just said, because I didn't fucking want to. And he looked at me like, what? And I was like, I've got nothing to prove, mate. Why should I have to build something big to bring to a Lego show? And he could not comprehend in his head, eh? And he sort of said, but you know, and then he didn't even get a chance to say anything because I just cut him off and said, look, mate, you know, I've done 50 of these shows, man. I don't have to build something big for every single one of them. I just bought stuff from the show. If you want to, you can pick it up and take a photo with it. And then in my head, it was just like, and if you don't want to, fuck off.
That's a brutal flex.
The whole freaking time, the whole weekend, every time I walked past that kid, he gave me the side eye. Hey, straight up, man, just like gave me the side eye. And I'm like, and I'm just thinking my whole time thinking like, what a little punk.
I'm gonna remember that motherfucker. Remember that wanker from Lego? I'm gonna remember.
Yeah. that wanker from Lego Masters that didn't even build a massive mock to bring to a show. What a douche.
Oh, that is. It's funny because I know exactly what you're talking about too. Like,
it's the first time. It's the first time I've ever been called out on not taking a big model to a show. And it's like, hey.
How old was the kid?
Oh, he would have been like I said, I reckon he would have been 10 or 11, 12 at the most.
And you told him because you didn't fucking want to.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know what else to say. He's like, oh, why didn't you build anything massive for the show? I didn't fucking want to. What else am I supposed to say?
The only thing I got massive is for your mum.
Like, I was a bit taken aback, in all honesty. And when I get backed into a corner, fuck, you know, I just say the truth.
Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat shit, eh? And I think, yeah, he was like, wow, what a useless Lego master you are, basically. But I'll tell you what, in your face, you little shit cunt of a kid. I came home this week and I felt so fucking bad about it.
Hold on, so you're saying there was 4,500 people went through that door and you got burnt over one 10-year-old?
Yeah, so I fucking made a mini model of our most outstanding build. Thank you very much.
Hey, that mini model's pretty sick.
It is.
I can't show you that way, but I got that. We got the black microfigs down that side.
Yeah.
I got to get some letter tiles for the front
to put some.
And I still need the decoration for the top of the plinth. But
still, that's
other
bloody
than that,
awesome.
Yeah,
nice work.
Thanks. I'm pretty
Did you get
happy
the
with
kid's
it.
Instagram so you can send it to him? Show him.
Little bastard. There you go. I can build if I want to, when I choose to.
How funny.
Yeah.
How
Burnt by a freaking 10-year-old.
Oh, where's Henry when we need him? Like, mate, I'd be laughing at his reaction, laughing at you. Bloody hell.
That's the thing, though, right? That's the typical nature of a lot of people. After Lego Masters, everyone expects you to build the biggest, bestest, greatest things of all time. And you're like, well, give me 3 million bricks, the time on my hands, and my buddy to do it, and I'll fucking build whatever you like.
Yeah.
Give
and
me,
you know
give
what?
me
You
my
nailed it.
measly collection at home, depression and a real lack of motivation, and you can get fucked.
No, Dan, you nailed it, because I felt like that straight out of Lego Masters. I think I mentioned it to Bill a few times. It's like, once you leave Lego Masters, every show you do, you feel like you need to keep going at Lego Masters pace, size, quality. It's like, one, you don't build like that normally. Two, who's funding that shit? You know what I mean? Like, holy crap, even if you wanted to build that kind of size and decency. So when you do start building things, it's like me, it takes you 10 years, and then you realize, then you start picking on, literally, you're getting down to the point where it's like, 1 or 2 details per stud. Oh, I could probably be better like that. Someone's going to say something. Oh, I could probably do that. And then you go to the show and you're like, far out. The first time round, the thing that I thought was shit would have actually went all right today. You know what I mean? It's the mindset, 100%.
I really felt like flexing hard on the kid and going, you know what, you little punk, you know who started this club? Do you know who started this show? Fucking me, mate. You know what? You wouldn't even have this fucking show here if it wasn't for me, you little bastard.
Oh.
So wipe your snotty little nose, pull your big boy pants up. I don't have to prove myself anymore, buddy.
Oh, if only you wore a GoPro for a POV view. That would have been amazing.
Probably run back to Mum, screaming his head off, going, Mum, I'm into Meccano now.
Good.
Lena's like, look, I'll make sure I ask why your display isn't bigger at Brickvention. Hey, Bilsy, I dare you to. I guarantee my comebacks are 20 times more brutal than Dan could even think of.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring this little guy to Brickvention, actually.
What's that?
I'm going to bring this little guy to Brickvention, and everyone there can ask me why I don't build a massive big model for Brickvention.
It's because you sculpted it off your penis, and the ratio, that's the size of the body ended up with. So it's understandable.
That's right.
Yep. One by one stud team. What's up? One part of it with you. One by one. Let's go.
Let's go.
So I did see that the trek to Chicago might not be happening. Does that mean you might be coming to Brickvention here?
No, the trek to Chicago is not happening. I've cancelled that.
Okay.
Just straight up too much anxiety for me at the moment. The more I thought about it and the more I planned it, the worse the anxiety got. So I'm not ready. So I'm not going next year. It's 8 months away. I'm just in the throes of setting up my charity right now, and that's costing a fucking fortune. But I have registered for Brickvention. Happy to come to Australia. It's, obviously a 3-hour trip. I've been there several times. Erin's going to come with, and hopefully we'll have about a week in Melbourne. So
that's cool.
Definitely going to BV. I've already registered. I haven't got tickets yet, but I'm definitely going to go to BV. And the other thing too is you guys have kind of inspired me to probably come across for Brixpo as well. Because I've got a sister that lives in Brisbane, so a half sister that lives in Brisbane, and her son Coops is a mad fucking Lego lad. So I might sign up as a exhibitor and try and bring him along as a helper exhibitor as well, so he can experience the weekend.
Bricks, not Brixpo, BX Bricks.
BBX.
Oh, what is it? BBX. Sorry,
BBX.
my bad. Whatever the one is that you guys did a few weeks ago.
BBX.
That'd be awesome, because based on how good BBX was this year, it's only going to be bigger and better next year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and to be fair, 2 trips to Australia is more affordable than a single trip to Chicago. So
absolutely,
and a hell of a lot less stress. The other thing too, like going to Chicago, it would have been great to meet all the YouTube peeps and the Twitch peeps and stuff. But coming to BB, you're still going to meet all the friends that I've made over there and you guys. And, it makes more sense. It's a lot less anxiety inducing. I think I'll definitely enjoy it more than going to Chicago. Don't get me wrong, I'm disappointed, but to be fair,
Oh, totally.
it's not worth going through something that's going to be potentially anxiety inducing as bad as it's going to be and not enjoy it and drop 10K on it. So
yeah. Well,
Yeah, it ain't going to be no cheap.
It doesn't have to be cancelled. It can just be delayed a few
well,
years.
yeah, that's the thing. It's postponed. It might take 2 years to get there or so, but next year, BV and BBX.
Oh, mate, I'm happy about that. That's awesome. I like hearing that.
Good, mate. I thought you might be, and it makes me happy too because I get to come and hang out with you guys.
We'll have to find a hotel with another bunk bed.
This time we'll have to put Aaron in the middle and not Jodes. Jodes, you're off the hook this time.
I'll let you know. You're relieved.
No, the funny thing is, right? It's the hotel, and it's purely by fluke. We don't go out looking for just fucked up hotel rooms. Like the weird hotel rooms that we stayed in or that we've been at, it's just like it's a magnet to us. Probably, you know what it probably is actually? I've just thought about it. It's probably the fact that we look for the cheapest hotel. So, sucked in. This is what you're going to get for what you pay for.
No shit. No shit. Got the cheapest hotel and that's what happened? Oh my God.
But the hole in the wall drive-through hotel we stayed at, Airbnb in Melbourne, that one was just whacked out. That thing was next level different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah.
Like, you imagine, you got Bill and Jody, you and Aaron, you got me with Ash if she comes down, and all the 3 rooms are in a hallway, but we can still pop open a door and talk to each other through the wall. Like, no locks, no hold bar. Like,
no,
hi, neighbor.
The bedroom doors had locks, but the window between the 2 beds
didn't. Have you guys booked hotels for Brickvention yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, when you're booking, just think about booking another double room.
Yeah. Oh, look at it. And actually, Bill, I was even thinking, you're not displaying Brickvention, are you? You're just spectating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've almost worked it out. What's that, Dan?
Why aren't you going to display?
Just the hassle of getting it down there. I just don't want to. I don't want to drive this year. I don't really build to fly.
Bro, you just take something the size of a shoebox, like a hobbit hole door or a bloody little mini build or whatever. I don't reckon they expect out-of-towners to do massive models, eh?
Yeah, true.
I don't know. They don't expect out of time. They don't. But they expect Bills to because each time he just gets bigger. It's his own fault.
Oh, well,
his own grave.
Okay, so I've had this conversation with guys in my lug time and time again that build bigger and bigger and bigger every year and then end up burning themselves out. And I had this chat just recently, actually, with one of the organizers of Palmy Brick Show. And I'm like, dude, the only person that you're actually competing against yourself when it comes to size is yourself. Because 100%. Nobody else has an expectation on you to build a bigger, better model than you did last year. It's not economical. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your financial health. It's just not. You might do a big model, tour it for a year or two, and then just step back for a little bit, do something small, something that you don't have to maintain, and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think it's all in your own head. And that's why this kid, like when this kid was at me, I'm like, I don't fucking have to. I don't want to. Take something little. It's about being, that's what I told the kid too. I said, I'm here for the social aspect of it. I'm here to enjoy it and talk to people, not to babysit freaking models and stuff,
We're going to go do the brick show in Canberra in November, and this will be the first time we've built for a suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, our displays are built for a suitcase, so that'll be a first.
To be honest, my local show, I didn't build anything big for either. I just did the same thing and took the Lego Masters stuff. And I should build something decent for my local show. But traveling shows, nah. I did that the first time, man, and I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not building anything massive again because it's just too hard. You pay all that money to go there.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what they're after. They because a show is more appealing, and it's in the eyes of the organizers. If they can attract people from out of town, then that's a win for them. And I don't think they really give a shit what out of towners bring.
No, definitely not. It's all and then because it also flexes to them, they can just add that in. We've got people from Queensland, people from WA. It's sometimes it's not about the single display. Sometimes when it does come out of town, is that the quantity is sometimes better than the quality.
That's exactly when they're doing their reporting. They're not reporting on the size of everybody's displays. They're reporting on where they've come from.
Well, actually, you look at Brickvention a few years ago.
Out of country.
Brickvention a few years ago, Jason Carpenter was one of the furthest Queenslanders from Melbourne possible. And he took like 1 million little brickheads, which are easy to travel with. And
I was there that year.
Yeah, and they were like
2020.
massive star of the show. And something so tiny was so popular. And those things are,
hang on a minute. Individually, they were tiny, but collectively, that was a fucking huge display.
That was a big table setup.
Yeah, it was, and hats off to his stand as well, because his stand was impressive. But the point was, something so little collectively made a massive statement, and he.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and he had that big giant brickhead as well. It was about, I don't know, it was pretty big.
It had, what do you call him? Noonie? He's got a funny name for him. I'm sure he'll tell us. He's in the chat. I did see him.
I don't know, but to be fair, Jason's got a pretty damn decent collection of
everything,
mocked brickheads and stuff. Man.
Oh, hold on! I didn't realize Brent's never been to Brickvention.
Really?
Brent.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to come
next
and break
year,
your
man.
virginity.
Yeah, Brent, I'm sure you have a golden handshake, mate. You'd be able to still have, that'd be open door for you. If not, mate, I'd split half my table, or even just like do what Bill's doing, just come down for the weekend.
Bro, I'll give you half of my table. I only need half of it.
Yes, that's sick. It's going to be good. Yeah. But like I was saying, Bill,
if Brent comes down, then we can say that we really are hanging out with Lego royalty. He's got 2 sets out there.
Yeah, does one count though? Like.
Well, to be fair, Palmerston North last week, they were trying to give away the Seinfeld set, but nobody wanted it. I think the store was selling it at 40% off, and they still didn't sell it.
Yeah,
Brent, if you bought something, it wouldn't be much. Just buy Seinfeld from Chadstone or something, man. Save your freight on the way down. Just rock up with the Seinfeld. But, in saying that, right, the way people think, especially like us nerds and AFOLs, if Brent literally could go and buy 10 Seinfeld sets, sign every box, and that would legit sell out and pay for his trip. Hands down. No questions about it.
Easy.
Mate,
you
Brent,
just bring your Ghostbusters ghost trap and that would be, and the goggles, and that would be enough.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. I don't see why people need to have this feeling that if they don't do a fucking 100,000 piece castle, they're not contributing to a show. Contribution to the show is just being there, being involved, being an exhibitor that's talking to other exhibitors and talking to the public, and just generally sharing your energy. Cat 98%. Unless something drastically goes wrong, I am registered for BV. Just need to organize flights, accommodation.
Are you on that? There's a Brickvention exhibitors page. Are you on that secret page of emails for all that?
I'm on the Brickvention exhibitors Facebook group 2023.
Yeah,
bro. I'm in there.
I'm not getting the emails. For some reason, my email address doesn't like their emails. I'm not even getting any in the junk.
I haven't had any emails from them. I only registered last week because international registrations only opened last week.
Oh, yeah. No, apparently the Saturday night is only a sit-down dinner and it's capped at numbers. And I kind of don't want to miss getting my name down for that.
That's a change.
Is that going to be in the venue like it was last time?
I don't know. I did have a quick chat to Peebles.
Peebs.
Yeah, I'm not sure either way. But
I don't know about you guys, but as out of towners, normally get pretty well looked after because they don't have the same lines as communications as all the mugs people. So
yeah.
I've always found Peebs to be really, really good.
Yeah, I like him. He's we we've known for a few years. We bumped into him in Japan. Like,
yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
Several times in Japan.
He's good. I like Peebs.
Yeah,
that's like when I didn't get the emails. I messaged him and I'm like, "Crap, did I miss out? Have I pissed someone else off? What's going on, man?" He goes, "No, you're in. You just obviously your email doesn't like the system."
Have I pissed someone else off? More like, who have I pissed off now? Who this time?
Yeah, last email was 19th of September. Yeah, I literally have not got one, but
mate, I only registered last week, so
yeah. No, I'm in and on and good, so happy days there for me. But I'm sure as soon as these things open, we all chat, we'll all know what's happened, what's going on, what's going around. But I was actually going to drive down, Bill, go to Sydney, say on the Wednesday or Thursday, spend a night in Sydney at my mate's place and drive down the rest of the way.
That was our plan.
Yeah. Well, no, I was just going to say if you wanted me to take anything.
Oh, well, I haven't put an application in and I'm not international, so.
Well, I just figured if I'm taking
they wouldn't turn you down, surely, Jason.
Hey?
Do they? Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you guys off in your little planning or your little holiday together, so you can have your little fun, whatever. But
says the bloke who wanted to share a hotel room.
No need. Sure, we've shared a place before. I know how this goes. Surely there's no need to turn people down because there's a fuck ton of space in that venue.
There's a lot of space.
You know what, Jason? You might be like me, brother. Your email just might not like the system. Like I literally didn't get it in the email, didn't get it in junk. And when I rang Peebles, he said he had a kickback email. And obviously he just didn't get around to it, or he's not telling anyone. It's just because he's got a couple of hundred people are obviously being there. But maybe it might be worth you sending a message or a phone call, Jace. Yeah.
That'd be hard pressed to turn people down.
They won't.
Because realistically, the venue is massive. And secondly, why would you turn people away, especially people that are willing to travel half a country?
Yeah.
Because it's an A&E. That's the whole point of this show now. It is an A&E. So if they're turning people down, I'd be asking fucking questions. Why are you turning people down for an A&E event?
I don't think they are. I just
no, I don't think they are either. So
the application period is closed.
It doesn't make sense.
I wonder. So for those that have got the emails, my favorite game, are they doing the Dirty Brickster setup thing again? Does anybody know? I love that. I'm ruthless with that.
Don't people like to try and kill each other with that?
Yeah,
doesn't that get a little bit?
Put me in front, mate.
Doesn't that get?
I've been burnt twice, so I'm on nothing but I'm coming for you. You can have my friend set for something that you dearly clearly want. Hey,
I think in the application email it said something along the lines of due to Adam Bilsy Billsborough's actions in the past at Dirty Brickster is no longer happening because we can't afford the insurance policy. Something like that.
No. I actually played fair and almost done really, really good last Brickvention. Like I'm talking about, I almost got the Technic Le Mans car in a clear case and then end up losing that for, I think, a speed champion or something. But no, this year, if I've got to even get Star Wars just to, be the Dirty Brickster, I'm going to do it. And I'll take a bag and have hidden stuff just to add to the pile.
I've only ever heard bad things about Dirty Brickster. I've never participated in one, but I've only ever heard bad things.
They are fun as. They are the best game to play.
Yeah, we've done
unless you're really, really possessive or really, really competitive, and neither one of them is very good for you, unless you're the one that wins, of course, and then you're an ass. So,
a lot of people do win. A lot of people, you do get some good sets out of it that you didn't think you really would have or want. You can take home or you can barter with. But it's just more watching the people burn because this guy just took that person's off that person. It's like, yeah, that cheeky that sucked in.
Or just the joy
Ah,
on their face when they're holding the thing they want, and then the loss of life.
Yeah, that's
of
right.
their
The look on
face
their
when they get
face.
it taken off them.
Australian Open
Oh.
weekend as well. Fuck, that means all the hotels are going to be booked out.
It always is. It's always on at the same time.
Yeah.
Whose place can we go and crash at? Who do we know in Melbourne that'll just host us for the weekend?
Kale?
Who do we know in Melbourne that'd host us for the weekend?
Everyone we know lives way too far from the city.
Yeah.
If you weren't so mean to Andrew, God.
Fleur's moving back to Melbourne. Oh, there you go. There's some hot off the press news.
Is. Yeah, she is. She only went to Canberra for a year.
Ah, okay. Just stay at the hall. Yeah, I'm driving my wagon down, mate. Back seat down. See you in the morning.
Surely Ryan must have a massive mansion by now. Can't we just go and crash with him?
Oh, mate, you'd be able to, smooth your way in for sure. Let's have a quick geezer at see what prices of Melbourne hotels are at the moment.
Oh,
that weekend. But you're right. I do remember last Melbourne Cup, last one went down. When you were here, Dan, I remember driving around and hadn't seen all the Australian Open signs.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I mean,
I got a car from
go
somebody. Who did I get a car from? Or did I hire a car? I can't remember. But I know I ended up going out to the Lego store.
We stayed at Joe's last time, didn't we?
Yes.
It was the time before we had the drive-through window in our room.
Yeah. Will the dunny door make it? My dunny door is solid. Don't worry about that.
That thing doesn't stop. It just goes and goes and goes.
It's a beast.
500 a night. That's not going to happen.
What?
Get an Airbnb for your. Brickles has got a good idea. Let's look at an Airbnb house, 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
And split it.
Yeah, bro.
Well, yeah.
Airbnb.
If you've got a car, it doesn't matter how far away it is.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
That's a good point.
If I drive down. Well, I just figured driving down with my stuff will be cheap because you got to think the DJ gear's coming and that's 1,800 wide. It's that big chunky black case. Plus, I got the table full of NBA stuff and another suitcase. Like, I'm sure fuel's probably cheaper than freight in that sense, and it'll be safer.
We'll just road trip it and take my truck.
How long does it take?
9 to Sydney.
Yeah, 22 hours.
Shit.
And then 11-ish from Sydney to Melbourne, yeah.
There, that's a good couple of days, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 days.
Couple of days.
Couple of days, mate. I've been looking at about 1,700 for 3 nights, 2-bedroom. That's for Brickles. Jesus, that's spicy.
That is spicy.
Who
do we know in Melbourne who could just put us up for a weekend?
Steve.
Jesus.
Dave Holder, yeah.
And then I'll just get a bloody camper van for the other nights or whatever that we're staying.
Brent, yeah. That's the only thing that's kicking me is flying down because of the speed to drive down and drive back. It might be worth spending that couple extra $100 in freight compared to days off and just stay at the YHA. No thanks.
No, don't you usually come out of there with crabs?
Yep. Yes, Dave is in Sydney, but only for till end of November. First week of December. He'll be down there. He'll be back home.
We can just go to Kmart and buy a $25 tent. There's plenty of grass outside the convention hall. Just pitch a tent under a tree like they do around here.
Why don't we just stay in the convention hall?
Yeah, we could. Under our table. You'd fit a swag under your table.
Airbeds. I've done it before. I've stayed in con hall before on an airbed.
Snowlaner, is there a Motel Formula One? We stayed at the Formula One in Brisbane a couple of weeks ago. We'll skip that for a big trip like Melbourne.
That was the one with the bunk beds. Just stay at the 24-hour Kmart. We did that at once in America.
Bloody hell. How funny.
I think you'd be shit out of luck trying to get my missus to stay outside in a tent. She is like 100% phobia, snakes.
Snakes.
No snakes in Melbourne City.
Nah.
You'd be surprised. I bet you there is. But yeah, like that snake that you had crawling up your bloody camera that night.
What?
Trouser
What?
snake.
Whose house? No, whose house was it? Was it Bilzer or was it? Maybe it was. Actually, maybe it was Brent.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Brent, did you have
I
a
don't
did you have
remember
a
a snake.
snake like literally crawl over the top of your CCTV camera a while back outside your garage? I think it was.
Oh, I do remember something like that now. I don't. Yeah, it wasn't one of us, but
Yeah,
I
it
do
wasn't.
remember.
My cats usually bring them in dead.
Yeah, it was Brent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the sort of story I don't tell my wife about.
And a possum.
Possums are okay.
What about drop bears?
Drop bears. Well, if you're from Hamilton, you're okay because you've already got syphilis.
So, oh wow, I've just put one guess. I was going to say I just found one. What's that? Check in on the 19th. Check out on the 23rd. So Thursday to Monday morning. For the one for, but I got to change guest. The average price is $900. I'm fine on Airbnb.
Oh.
Let's just throw a random 6 guests up there. See what we get.
Party.
Yeah, you can get an Airbnb house, 3-bedroom for $900 for 2 guests, but for 6 guests for the same house, $1,700.
Yeah. Well, the cheapest is $1,700. Literally, like I share the screen. I'll show you. I'm not kidding you. The cheapest is
a night or for the 4 nights.
For the 19th, 20, 21, 22. Is it 4 or 5 nights? Hold on. Let me have a look at the dates again. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 nights, 5 guests. Look, 2, 3, 3, 7, 3, 7, 10, 15.
Mate, might need to look a little bit further outside of Melbourne. Try
Adelaide.
Try Hobart.
Yeah, we'll row over.
Let's try out near. Wait, how have we not thought about it? Rick James.
Oh, because of how far out he lives.
Yeah, but if we got a car, who cares?
How far is he?
About 40 minutes.
Yeah,
That's nothing. 40 minutes is nothing. Not if we've got a car.
He lives way out east.
Mm.
Yeah, out. Stay in sunshine with a ha. That mustn't be a good town. I don't know, but is that like us Bill saying go stay in Logan?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
What? Okay, what the fuck? Why are you 30 minutes out and you're looking at staying in the city? What? That is crazy.
Oh no, that's cool. No, I got an idea. Brickles, how much will it cost you to stay in the city?
Yeah,
because we'll
all go
pay
and
you
stay
to
at your
take
place.
your house. Yeah.
40 minutes, even an hour traveling's not that much.
No, but when you leave at like 9 or 10 o'clock on a Saturday night and then you're back again at 8 a.m. on the Sunday morning.
Oh, that's normal. What is wrong with you people? Oh.
So I did 2 guests and 4 nights. Everything's pretty much under 1,000 for 2.
It's only $500 each for 4 nights.
Let's go 4 guests. 5 might be just the bad threshold. That's all. Oh no, they're still over 2. Can we go filter max price 1,000?
Good luck. 0.
Oh, there we go. Hey, Rick James, just subscribe, mate. Where's Henry? Henry is at work. He messaged like 2 minutes before 7 o'clock. And then I tried to call him back twice, and he's at work. Bit suspicious. Hey, Rick, did you hear us talking about staying in Melbourne? If you're still in the chat,
yeah.
Did you hear us talking about it? Henry's not at the lug meeting. I'll tell you that.
How far's the shop from BV?
You know what? Actually, upstairs at Rick's shop has legit everything. Rick, can we pay you some cash money and stay at your shop?
Please.
Come on, man.
We'll just get some earbuds, man. Just crash in the shop.
Put the Lego on the ground. We'll sleep on that.
Yeah, I'll take an earbud.
Rick will still be at the shop now. From there, guaranteed.
Oh, guaranteed Rick's still working at the shop. He's a workaholic.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, better idea, Rick. Can we come hang out at the shop with you for 4 nights while Brickvention's on? We're having 45-minute drive. Yeah, you guys are proper streamers. You have enough money.
Who said that? Jesus.
Rick. That's where Rick's sex dungeon is. Rick, we will sign filming waivers, we promise, and NDAs. So I've done 4 guests looking around, and there's heaps. There's literally heaps. Full houses for all under $1,000, 800, 700, 800. So that's just an Airbnb. So a little bit spicy, but it is what it is, I guess. What about hotels.com? That'd be insane price you watch. What are we doing? Check in, say roughly that Thursday, and check out on the Monday. 2 adults, 1 room. No.
Yeah.
More.
Rick's right. Stay 20 minutes out of the city.
Yeah. Let's go 4 adults and see what happens. Oh, some hotels. Look, Novotel's only 500.
Yeah.
Right in the CBD. I'd pay that for 4 nights. Surely that's not the whole price. That's got to be per night. Yeah, total. I was going to say that didn't sound right.
Just
It sounded too cheap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it sounded way too cheap. But if that's 4 guests, that's $100 a head a night, pretty much. Oh, it's still up there, but probably worth it. Yeah, $390 a night.
We've got time. We'll find something.
Yeah. We'll find something eventually.
Yeah.
Critter, Novotel, free bed bugs.
Just hit up your mate Kale.
Sure, why not? Let me send him a message. I'm pretty sure he might be hanging out with someone we know. All right. Let's talk a little bit about Lego, just real quickly while we're, on the stream. What do you think about this? The Ideas foosball table.
Kind of changed a lot, like most idea sets. Pretty.
This is what I want to touch on. I absolutely 100% 10 out of 10 agree and love what they've done by changing it. I'll tell you why. We talked about this, 3-4 weeks ago, about Ideas set just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more and more and more expensive and beyond reach. They have literally scaled this back to probably be affordable. I mean, it's still how many thousand pieces? Like, it's still up there, but compared to what it would have been, I think brilliant move. Personally,
it is. Yeah, I don't mind the redoing of it. I think it looks like a good idea set. I guess the biggest topic there is what about all the different skin tones that are included, and like it literally looks like they have included absolutely freaking everybody from everywhere. And yeah, what are the thoughts on that?
I think, like we've mentioned before, they're trying to reach or tick a diversity box they don't need to.
Yep.
But yeah, $250. I mean, $199 I'd be happy with. $250 is almost pushing the limit for it. But yeah, they were. It's not needed. The skin color and the figs and the different. I mean, yeah, for sure. Happy that you've done it. Tick that box. That's awesome. But
I think it's the wrong set to do it though. Like like, yes, it's the right set in the fact that it has a lot of figs. So, and foosball is kind of universal around the world. So, in that scale, it's the right set to do this every skin tone under the sun set. My issue is there's one in there with the vitiligo, which I think is absolutely brilliant that they've included that for, so kids can potentially have a fig that looks like them if that's the case. But my issue is they've put it in a $250 set. Like, why?
There's probably a very sneaky, dirty reason for that then.
Yeah. I'm hoping that, if for that diversity, these skin tones will start to come through in other sets. And if they do, then that sucks because the yellow fig is the traditional minifig. No race offense or pun intended. That's just what minifigs were.
I'm gonna put you're more minifig on it than I am.
So second one in from the left on the red team is your Vitiligo lady, I think.
No, you can't see it in this photo.
Okay.
No, that's a cool hairpiece though. No, he's in the. You can see it in the first one. I think it is in this one. Is it? No, we'll find it. I did see it.
That's all right.
There.
Yeah.
You see, that guy there. But then you look down in the heads, and there's obviously a whole mix of all difference. Bits, pieces, glasses, mouths, defects, smiley faces, angry faces. 44 heads. Holy crap. So 12 figs. Is it 12 or 14 figs? Or is it 44? It wouldn't be 44 figs.
That's 44 heads. Wow, that's a lot of head.
Does it say how many figures down here? Cheering section, play to win, learn more. Let's have a look. It wouldn't be 44 figs. 22 figs. There you go. 22 figs, 44 heads. Again, they're as far as the foosball and them shrinking the there's the 22 figs, them shrinking the size of it, I do like. That's just more soccer stuff, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, are they setting us up to not be overwhelmed and excited for the BTS set as well? Because that's going to be bloody, average at best.
It's going to make the Seinfeld set a good seller.
Yeah. Well, I actually tried to go and see my insider this week, but haven't been able to touch base with him. So I don't even know what's coming up. I don't know anything sneaky. I've got nothing to even tell you guys off air. So I'm literally dead for anything other than obviously going to promo bricks, but even he hasn't been that spicy lately. I mean, he's done one or two little dribs and drabs, but nothing insane. Jason, Bilsy would pay 200 plus for that much head. Good on you. We did know this Lego Ideas set was coming out though months and months ago, but we didn't know it was the foosball. All we heard was ideas. Didn't say which one. The large scale architecture remake, that's been a whisper for forever. The Eiffel Tower, that's nothing. That's nothing new. That's more than a rumor now. I think the Eiffel Tower's been dropped, hinted, that kind of stuff, but nothing really out there. And then obviously the GWP that kind of almost popped out of nowhere. The Ray the Castaway.
What a weird one to have randomly.
Yeah. Did you expect or hear of anything of this, Dan? This one popping out?
Wasn't that one of those? Was that one of the competitions that they did?
Yeah, Ideas Comp. Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to go grab one for sure. I don't mind. It's a cool little weird little quirky set.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. It's kind of good to see that not everything is filtered through the rumor mill. You know, the surprise jumps on us every now and then. Yes, Dungeons and Dragons. Holy crap! Hasn't the Lego AFOL world gone nuts about that news? Holy moly! The what are they doing? It's a Dungeons and Dragons remake, isn't it? Submit your own ideas or something like that, or submit.
Yes,
I don't know. I don't know D&D very well, but it's going to be huge for them. Like, what a power move! What a freaking power move for Lego.
The D&D came back huge in a big way. Like I haven't done anything with D&D since like 1985, to be honest. But so many people back into D&D and huge on it, so it's going to get massive. I personally, I have no interest in the collab, but I do hope for some really cool elements. You know, like dragons. You can't have enough dragons and stuff like that. So. If anyone's watching that's going to submit an idea, put some fucking goats in it, please, so we can shut everyone up. But well, it'd be interesting to see what happens. I think we're a long way off any actual D&D Lego products, but good to see something new and different.
But yeah, like I said, it is literally a untouchable theme, like with the D&D, the tabletop role play game stuff that Lego haven't really kind of wiggled in yet. This then wiggling into D&D will literally just be like, it's a why didn't you think of that earlier type move? You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. Why did we waste time with Avatar?
Yeah. Yeah. What did Johnny say? Safe bet that whenever comes out, a lot of people are disappointed. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to please everyone, and you know, it seems like the nerds that play D&D are the biggest whingers. Yeah. So you know, they're just going to pick on it no matter what it'll do. The only, you know, and you know, we say it every time we talk about themes that it's never going to happen, never going to happen. But it's going to be Pokemon. The day Lego can wiggle their way in officially to get into a Pokemon in their brand, mate, you know, it's going to happen. You know, mark this word. It might not be soon, might be in 2, 3, 4, whatever, but I guarantee there'll be that much handshaking and money shaking behind the scenes that they're trying hard. They'd have to be. Stupid not to be. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, Holder's already making his millions making the big ones. You know, what's stopping them making smaller, different theme ones?
Yeah, maybe.
It's clearly a wanted thing.
Who has the Pokemon IP? Is it still Nintendo, or have they moved that on? Because
I wouldn't have a clue.
Lego and Nintendo already have that foundation, so.
Well, Optimus Prime proved they can do Hasbro now.
Well, that is true. That is true.
Mattel is stopping them. Yeah. Well, there you go. Jason knows.
Okay.
Pokemon's
so you're right. It's probably just a matter of time waiting for licenses and contracts to finish.
So, high function. There you go. D&D's Hasbro. So it's a perfect move straight off Optimus Prime then. That's why they've done it.
Yeah.
Smart move. Yeah, Pokemon's got to be there in their site. Has to be. Has to be. Oh, Pokemon company itself, yeah.
Yeah,
there
right.
You go. Okay. Danny, you a D&D player or any sort of them type of a fantasy card?
I never played D&D. I did play Lord of the Rings tabletop war games. The Games Workshop for years. Yep. That was my hobby before Lego. I ended up having to depart that to take up Lego because I couldn't do 2 super expensive ones.
Well, obviously, as most people know now, again, like the Eiffel Tower, not so much a rumor. Some LOTR stuff will be among us shortly.
Okay, Rick. So I'm looking at I'm looking at hotels as well now. 30 minutes outside the city, meaning how far? How far would that be? Like
how many Ks?
It depends which way Dan's frozen on my end. It depends which way you look too, because certain ways will be like expensive area, crapper area. You know what I mean?
Any Melbourneites in the chat that can suggest any areas, it's an easy commute, maybe on a train line that's Dan's not going to get rolled, and it's about 30 minutes.
Here you go. Just don't stay 30 minutes north or west.
So if we're looking at like using the rib as ground zero, which way and how far? Because the cheapest I can get within walking distance is probably about 185 a night.
So then what you do, you offer someone on stream that lives in Melbourne, you'll give them 150 a night. But you want breakfast made for you.
Oh, this one here, 170.
Cocaine is cheaper. Fly in, fly out, no sleep. Yeah, I'm a critter. It's even cheaper on the Gold Coast. I know a guy.
Dear, oh dear.
Let's talk not so much Lego, but still kind of Lego-ish related. Did you watch the Mario trailer?
No, never been interested in Mario.
It actually looks half decent.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It does look good.
I think they've kind of taken a bit off the success of Sonic and gone with it.
But they've kept it animated with illumination, like as in a Minions, instead of going realistic like Sonic.
Yes. Yeah. So it's it looks good that they haven't tried to set it on Earth like the previous Mario movie with some ancient
Critter. And you know what? Critter just put a mention in there. Same thing I was thinking. Chris Pratt being Mario kind of is like so I like Chris Pratt up until Jurassic Park. But you know what I do love? Jack Black
as Bowser.
Jack Black as Bowser. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a massive success.
It'll be all right. I mean, you know, we'll go and watch it. You know, we're gaming nerds. We'll go and see it for sure.
For sure. Hopefully a new way games will come from it.
Yeah, something different. Are we just going to have Emmett Mario? Oh, yeah. Yeah, how odd will that crossover be, watching Mario and having Emmett in the back of your mind?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't put on, at least Jack Black puts on, you know, that deep Bowser voice, and also the comedian dude. That's funny. That is funny. I didn't even know you had that. That is hilarious.
We'll have to add Mario in there.
That is awesome. The mushroom guy, he's a black comedian from the States, but they've obviously upped his voice.
Yeah. For
the mushroom guy, and that kind of works. But yeah, Johnny, you're not wrong. You're not far off, hey? And Emmett Mario. It's a funny way to look at it. I'm just trying to see what else is coming out for October, and there's really not much fresh stuff, pardon me, coming out either, is there? Pratt from Minnesota playing a New York plumber.
Let's go.
Yeah. Now, you know which one, and I know this is way off Lego now, what one actor really spins me out from his natural voice to his acting voice? Christian Bale.
Yeah.
That dude, normal chat, is full straight up like Pommy or Scottish or whatever he is. But you watch every movie he's in, you can never pick it.
No, that's right. He's pretty good, hey?
Anyway, that's just me nerding out for Christian Bale.
Same with Spider-Man as well.
Oh, yeah. The young dude.
Yeah.
Blacktron GIF with purchases coming. Yes, I did see that. I didn't hear any rumors. I actually seen that. I haven't heard, like, normally, you know, when in a few of our group chats, we talk about GWPs or things that are coming out. That Blacktron one, I've just bumped across online, I think one night, and seen it was a dodgy picture, like half of them are. But I took it as nothing. I actually just scrolled past and like, surely not bringing out another Blacktron. Oh, well, next. That's just some old fan, you know, redoing some box art. But hey, if Jason's putting his name on it.
Yeah, I got no comment.
Nah.
I haven't seen it, I don't think.
Nah, that's what I mean. I haven't really. And you know what, to be honest, other than probably, you know, one or two people in shows that I've been to, I don't think they're going to be that excited over it either. There's the close-up photo of, if it gets focus.
Yep.
Of that minifig. For those out there, but yeah, it's going to be the talk for a long time.
What?
The
figure?
whole, yeah. No, all the figures, trying to tick all the boxes.
Yeah.
Kmart's doing it as well with their dolls.
Yep. They've got is it the autistic or the Down syndrome doll, which good on them. Some exclusivity is a great thing.
Critter, is this
They're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, though, aren't they? Where, you know, you've got to allow for diversity and inclusion, but if you go too far, then it looks like you are grandstanding a little bit. That, you know, you are just doing it for the sake of doing it to tick the boxes without really even giving two shits.
Yeah.
So I think there's a balance to be found.
Do you think they're pushing too hard for it?
I think Lego, in all honesty, Lego are playing catch up. But now that they've started, there's no stopping, because the minute they stepped away from the yellow minifigure head, and yes, I know people out there that say that just the generic yellow head is you know, creating exclusivity on different levels and whatnot. But now that you are looking into diversification, there's no end.
That's exactly right. How long before we have a city set with two mums or two dads?
Oh, I'm surprised they haven't done that already. You know what gets me, though? There's only ever been two minifigures that have represented fat people, fat men. One of them was, or maybe three. Homer Simpson, the comic book guy, and Fat Thor. That's it.
Yeah.
We need some more fat people.
Yeah, what about the rest of America?
I looked at getting Fat Thor's stomach torso for my sig fig. Yeah, I ain't spending it. It's not a cheap torso compared to, you know, a white shirt. But how funny. I've never really thought about that. One of the Hobbit figs had a bulge beard piece. Like it's in a double chin.
Yeah, but that kind of doesn't really count, because it's just his bulgy beard. Even though you know, he is a big boy, but, you know, I don't know. The whole thing opens up a can. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for diversity and inclusion. You do open yourself up to accusations of grandstanding and whatnot, and then there's a whole bunch of, you know, where do you stop? You know, when, you know, in that case, Lego, I hope Lego have a plan to release a whole bunch of different things that are obvious diversity and inclusive figs over the next few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they've done a pretty good job.
Some affordable ones too.
Well, look, we've got a guide dog.
Like the NBA ones.
Well, the thing is, you got a guide dog, You've now got a guy with a proper prosthetic leg.
Yep.
You've got a hearing aid. You've got wheelchairs. You've got different ethnicities. You now have vitiligo. Is it? Yeah. How easy is it to demonstrate intellectual disability in a minifig?
Can we get a conjoined minifig?
Well,
too far.
Who's that company that does those minifigs with the odd-shaped heads?
Give me a sec.
There's a couple, isn't there?
I don't know. There's a company. I don't remember. Is it Minifigs Me? I think it is. Maybe in the States they do.
Yeah.
They do minifigs. They do giant head minifigs. They do super tall head minifigs. They do melted heads. There's just all sorts of weird custom heads that they do. Oh, is it Citizen Brick? Yeah, that'll be it.
That's it. Yeah.
Citizen Brick.
All right. I just got a phone call. We got to bounce. We got Henry waiting for us. He wants to chat off air, and we've gone past the hour.
Oh, he's finished.
Right.
Okay.
We've all right. So got to go. Henry wants to chat.
Right.
More important things are on hold.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah. And I did just get told as well, we could have probably talked about the Lord of the Rings tower because China leaked it.
What?
We'll have more Lego news next Monday. Hopefully we'll have caught up with
someone. Send me pictures of this leak.
Raid Andrew Wombat. All right, let's do a quick raid. Where's my button?
Send me pictures of this leak. Someone who where what?
It's going to raid in about 10 seconds. Don't worry about the leak. We'll get to the leak. We need to talk to Henry. We need to catch up.
Of course, we'll be back on Wednesday night building again. Otherwise, we'll see you again Monday night next week for some more Lego Goss and BS.
And
did it raid?
Did it raid? I think it raided. Let's end stream anyway.